They'll say, well, what about these records? You know, you make these songs. Who is it about, and who are you, and let's do an interview, and how you gonna land on the moon, 5, 6, geometry, mathematics. We're gonna say he was a kind man, or they're gonna say he was an honest man. Outsiders. Wow, it's kind of a different record, different than maybe any record I've made before. It's kind of a record that was built out of, you know, the usual PMA optimism, but also some disgust and anger, and definitely a darker place. I think it's a darker, artier kind of record. I think we took more chances too.
For me, this record starts with San Francisco.
Bye, baby, bye. I've been like this before.
There's strings on it, there's, you know, backwards tape, there's, you know, edits that you wouldn't normally make on a end of a song. We just kind of went with it, and everyone was really excited about it, and I think that defined where we could go with the rest of the record.
Out in Pennsylvania, Don DeLego has this place, Velvet Elk. It's in the middle of the Poconos. We are making music here today while everybody else is at work. Sorry, suckers! We are at the Velvet Elk!
Yeah, doing the record in the Poconos was interesting because, you know, you're up in the mountains, there's really not anybody around.
Jesse made do of his kind of room in the back. There couldn't be any less than 100 cassettes and notebooks strewn across his bed.
We were kind of in this funny place where we said no one go on their phone, no one go on the internet.
We're working all day. At night we all cook together, and then we eat, and then we go back in.
Don set it up where before I even had a lot of the lyrics finished or the songs really structured, he'd be like, just go in and roll tape and let's just go, let's just free form. I'm talking to engineers in other rooms on cans.
Jess has an incredible way of tirelessly being full of lyrics, even if it's nonsense.
And sometimes we go back, instead of like trying to perfect it or fix the lyrics, we like, just keep what you have. First thought, best thought.
And then get, you know, that raw power that Jesse has. For us, it's fun to kind of fill in between the lines.
Having good, you know, musicians around, Derek Cruz and Don DeLego, not only producing but trying different instruments, and Paul Garisto and Randy Schrager and Catherine Popper, and that's how I think we were able to get songs like The Hustlers down.
The Hustlers is one that I was really proud to be a part of.
There's not a single guitar on it, which I don't know if Jesse's ever done a song without a guitar on it.
I think in its entirety, that song, the one that exists on the record, other than maybe a shaker track or something, is what we cut on the floor.
Songs like Society Sally deal with the high school I went to. They're running a male prostitution ring out of the school. Just kind of a snapshot of a lot of people I know who kind of paint themselves into a corner. Here's the situation. Well, I'm it doesn't hurt, and I'm wrong again. It's the same old situation. There's kind of a nod to where I come from with, you know, a punk rock hardcore background. And then we had Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr. asked him to put some guitar on it. Stay Free. This is a Clash cover.
We met when we were at school.
But this song came to me because a buddy of mine, Johnny McNabb, he passed away last May, and the friends and the family from Texas did a memorial here in New York City, and they asked me to sing that song. And at first I was kind of nervous. I was like, this is a very personal song for Mick Jones and the Clash, and it's their friendship. So I had to find a way to make it my own, and I stripped it down, and thinking about Johnny and what he meant to all of us, and the song is about a friendship.
A Nietzsche mustache and a peasant's cap.
Story about my great-grandfather who came from Russia.
Well, I became a drifter, sent postcards to my sister.
We thought, oh, it'd be really cool if we kind of did it with a New Orleans style, like the Death March kind of thing at the end of the song.
Once it was done, we looked at the record and we said, well, you know, I'm going to put this record out now or next year. I just had a record out, and I was like, you know what, there's no rules, there's no music business, there's nothing anymore. I think in the end, it's about that connection to people and finding love and keeping that light on as long as you can through the music.